Hi everyone, it's Hannah here from Hand Jam Crochet, and today I'd really like to share with you how I make this cross puff square. I designed this square for the Friendship Crochet Along, which is currently running. It's February 2021 and it's running until April of this year, and you can find all the details for it on my blog. There are 40 different squares that different designers have designed, and we are challenging people to learn new things, learn new stitches, and make squares with us. You can turn your squares into whatever you'd like to make them into. I've made this one in cotton Aran, so it would be lovely for a blanket or homeware or anything you like really. But I'll take you through step by step of how we create this stitch pattern and then how we work the border. To make this square I use cotton Aran, and this is Scheepjes Cahlista, which comes in a beautiful range of colours. You will also need a 5mm crochet hook, or the hook that matches the gauge, a pair of scissors, some stitch markers if you like that kind of thing, and a tapestry needle as well. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to work this main paler section, and then we will work the border all the way around the square at the end. The good thing about adding this border is that if your square doesn't quite meet the measurements of any of the other squares that you're making, you can just add a few extra rounds of this border, or not bother with it at all if you've got the right size already. So throughout the tutorial I'll be speaking in US crochet terms, and the stitches that you're going to need to know are a single crochet, a half double crochet, and also a puff stitch, but I'll go through each as we get to them too. So to begin our square, we're going to make a slip knot on the hook, and then you're going to chain 26. And now then, working back along your foundation chain, you're going to work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each across. So I like to work mine in the back bumps, so rather than working into this front V here, I would turn it over and work into this back bump. So a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and each along. So you should now have 25 single crochets, and we're going to turn our work to start to work row 2. For row 2 we're going to start by chaining 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, and now we're going to half double crochet in each stitch along. And now we turn to begin row 3. For row 3 we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet into the back loop of each stitch along. So because we've now got half double crochets looking at us, they have these extra loop, so just be careful to make sure you put in the correct loop. The back loop, if you turn it on its end, is this one here right at the very back. So you've got your third loop, as it's called, your front loop, and your back loop. So make sure your single crochets go into the back loop of each stitch along. And now we turn to start row 4, and you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to half double crochet into each of these stitches along. So your stitch count is now kept the same, you've got 25 stitches. Now for our next row, row 5, we're going to work our puff stitches. So we're going to chain 1, and that doesn't count as a stitch. And we're going to single crochet into the first, and then a 3 half double crochet puff stitch into the next, which sounds far more complicated than it actually is. You're going to yarn over, push through the stitch that you need to work into, and pull up a loop. The important thing is to make sure you pull it up to the height that you need it to be. Yarn over again and go through that same stitch and pull up. That's 2. Yarn over, go through the same stitch and pull up a loop, and that's 3. And then to finish the stitch, you're going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops on your hook, and that's your puff stitch made. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to skip the next stitch, which is this one here, and then we're going to work another 3 half double crochet puff in the next stitch here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and pull through all of the loops. So the important thing for puff stitches is just to keep it loose. The tighter you get, the harder it gets to pull through. So now chain 1, skip 1, and a puff stitch in the next, and you're just going to carry on like that along this row. And now you have 1 stitch left at the end of that row that you're going to work a single crochet into. And that's row 5 complete. So now rows 2 to 5 become the pattern that you're going to repeat. And as you see, it's these sections here. And you're going to repeat it 3 more times. So 1, 2, 3 more times. And then I'll meet you back here and we'll do the last little section before we work the border. Now we've completed those repeats, we're now ready to do a small part of that repeat again to get us to the top of the square. So if you turn to work row 18, we're going to repeat row 2, and we're going to do a half double crochet in each stitch along. And now row 19 is a repeat of row 3, so a single crochet in the back loop of each along. So now row 20 is a chain 1 and a half double crochet in each stitch along. And now our final row is going to be a chain 1 and a single crochet in each stitch along. And now we can break the yarn and then get our second colour ready to work the border. So now our border is going to be worked in rounds all the way around our existing square. So you need to take your second colour, or same colour if you'd like to, and starting at the first stitch of the last row, join it with the right side facing. Now the right side is the one that's got these ridges along it. The wrong side doesn't have any ridges and is flat. So joining to that stitch, we need to chain 1 and then half double crochet in 25. So that's the 25 stitches that you've got along. So now we've got to that corner, we're going to chain 2, and that gives you a bit of space to turn the corner as well. And now we're going to rotate and work along the sides of the rows here, and we're going to single crochet 25 half double crochets evenly along this side. And so once we've got 25 stitches along that side, we're going to chain 2 and then rotate and work along this next side another 25, chain 2 and then 25 along this side as well, chain 2 and then slip stitch in your first to join. Now we're ready to work round 2 of the border, and we are going to chain 1 and then we're going to work a front post half double crochet, around the first, and then a back post half double crochet around the next. And just repeat those 2 stitches, a front post half double crochet and a back post half double crochet. Front post and a back post. front post, and now we have one stitch before the chain 2 corner space, so we're going to do a front post half double crochet around that one, and then in this chain 2 corner space we're going to do a half double crochet, a chain 1 and a half double crochet, and then we turn, rotate to work along the second side. We work the same front post, back post, front post, back post, etc. until you get to the last stitch, and that will then be another front post, and then you work the corner the same. You work all the way around the square in that way, and then you join your round at the end and you have finished your square. Just weave in your ends and then block to the size you need it to be, and you're all done. I really hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and that it's been helpful. If the crochet along is still running while you're watching this, then please do come and join us. If not, I will leave all the links for all the squares, because they are all patterns available to purchase or for free on people's blogs, so you can always go back at any point and find the ones you like and grab them and make something lovely with them. If you'd like more free patterns from me at Han Crochet, then I'd love you to subscribe and tap the bell button, and also I'll add links in the description for signing up for my newsletter, and I'll send you free offers and patterns and all sorts of lovely crochet things. I'll also add links for all the tools and materials that I've used here, just in case you'd like to know what I've got. Thank you for watching, take care and see you soon.